That's something that was unexpected. Still kind of sinking in at this point, what exactly that means. You look in the past at the people who have been on the Good Works team and the names and the kinds of people who are represented by that award. It's pretty lofty. So, it's humbling to know that people think that some of the stuff that I've been involved in and that I've done warrants that kind of recognition. I'd never go out and seek that kind of thing. I truly enjoy just being around people and helping people. So, it's humbling, it's an honor, and I'm truly thankful for the opportunity.
Looking ahead to Tennessee, I spoke to some other players, and they said that Mark Richt seems to get a little more intense come Tennessee week. Do you see the difference in his preparation or his intensity?
I wouldn't say that I notice a difference in the preparation because we try to prepare for each opponent, in the same fashion as much as we can and be ready for any scenario or any situation. Maybe in his intensity, the way that he talks about this game, obviously because it's a big SEC game in our division, and Tennessee always plays a great game whenever they come to Athens or when we go to Knoxville. So we know that this is going to be a hard-fought battle and that Tennessee is going to play 4 quarters of great football.
Your catch in last year's game in Knoxville, was that the best play of your college career?
Definitely the best catch. Definitely the best catch in a game. I will say I've made better catches than that in practice. So now you can go ahead and think about that. It was a good play, but I think there were some other plays made by other people and myself later on in the game that were more critical to us winning that game.
Are you okay with the team running about 68% of the time? I know you want the ball. Some of the other wide receivers like get some more passes that way, but you guys are running at a pretty good clip.
I've been asked that question a lot, and ultimately what matters to me is if this team wins. If this team wins, that's what's important. And if I can help this team win by pass blocking, then I'm going to go and pass block. If that means, 5 out of 8 plays that I run, I'm going to be blocking on the edge, then I'll be doing that. Because over this time here at Georgia, I've learned that, that's the most important thing. That's the one constant. I feel great about it if our team wins.
Who are the best blockers on the team when it comes to wide receivers?
I think that I'm pretty good at blocking, but we have some guys who really take pride in their blocking on the edge, guys who are constantly working at their technique and fundamentals. Yes, there are technique and fundamentals to blocking in space. Michael Bennett takes a lot of pride in it. Kenny Towns is another guy who takes a lot of pride in his blocking on the edge and does a great job. I would point to those two, whether it's in the run game or in the screen game. Those guys will get in there and get dirty.
Talk a little bit about the importance of this conference game, division game, and all the totality of that, just how important it is.
Well, it's extremely important. Right now we haven't won a game in league play yet, and that's important to us. We need to do that, and in order to win this league, you have to win against any opponent that you play in the SEC. The East is a tight race right now, and there's a lot of teams that are hungry to go to the championship. So this game is extremely important, and also because of the fact that Tennessee's right up the road, there's recruiting battles going on during this game, and there's a lot of other implications that go beyond Atlanta.
You were out here in the preseason. We asked you about Isaiah McKenzie, and you talked about how explosive he was and how sudden he was. Have we seen what he can do now, or is there kind of more left?
Not everything. You haven't seen everything. He made some great plays this last Saturday, and we got to see some of the stuff that he can do. We've seen more. I've seen more from him, and I think he still has more to give as he learns and as he gets better as a player. The more he knows this offense and he knows our special team schemes, the more plays that he'll make. He's still a freshman. He's still learning those things, but we don't allow him to have the excuse of being a freshman. He's a playmaker.
As a senior leader, how do you feel about how some of these freshmen, Jeb, Sony, all these guys are playing? It seems like they're doing really well.
I feel extremely great about it for one reason, the fact that they work as much hype as they're getting, they work for that. These guys are extremely driven. Ever since they came in, they knew what it would take to play, and they began to work from day one. And so, that's what excites me about Sony. That's what excites me about Jeb. That's what excites me about Nick, is those guys are blue-collar guys who are going to come in every day and work for the reps they get.
Time for one more. What have you seen on film when you're watching the Tennessee secondary?
I see experience. I see a lot of experience. The secondary is where Tennessee has a bulk of its experience. Returning starters, 3 out of the 4 guys back there in the secondary are returning starters, and they have really talented guys back there who have played in this league, who have played in big games, who are going to come into Sanford Stadium ready to get some of Georgia, and also guys who are from the state of Georgia, and that impacts the way that they play when they come here. So, their secondary is experienced, and it's really going to be a challenge on us to prepare for that so that we can create throwing lanes.